In this video, we make a start at validating moves. So you can see that we've got our moves here. So the red means we can't make a move, and green means that we can make a move. So let's get started. Right, so first things first, let's bring up our scripts. Wherever our scripts are, where are our scripts? Our scripts are inside here. So let's just bring that up just now. So there's a couple of things that I think we should do. So the first thing is when you are rolling the dice, I think you should know which dice you're rolling. I think that's quite important. So I think we should change that first of all, just to get us back into the mood of coding, because it's been a while since I've actually put finger to keyboard, so to speak. So I think we'll do that just as a sort of an amuse-bouche, a start, an aperitif. I don't know, you've got an aperitif's after the meal, isn't it? Anyway, whatever the thing is before the meal. So we've got a whole bunch of code here, and let me close the hub as well. Clean things up. All right. So when we have our selection cursor, I don't need that. Canvas. Okay, here we go. So we got the roll of the die, which is we've got the color on there, but do we have a script on there? I think we do, don't we? No, we don't. Why don't we have a script on there? I think we should have a script on there. That seems a bit foolish that we don't. Okay. There's an image and then there's a button. That's the dice. Okay, so we've got the image on there, and we have the button script. So long as we change the color of it. So if I change the color of this to red, and then we enable it, you should see that we've got red there. Okay. So let's put that back to white. All right. So we have our board grid game manager. So we have a game manager here. We have a dice manager. Okay. And we have a roll die button, which is this one here. So what we can do is dice manager. This is the set active one. So roll the dice. What do we got here? Roll die button, set active, false, start coroutine, roll the die. So dice manager is controlled by the game manager, I think. Dice manager. Show roll button. Okay. And so show roll button, we need to specify a color in here. So the current player, we'll say current player equals blue. And we'll just change this to blue just now. Otherwise, color red, like that. And then we'll go into here. And instead of this function here, actually, these should get moved up, because these aren't going to be one lines anymore. And then it's going to be color. And then let's do our image equals roll die button, get component, image, color equals color. So now when we roll the dice, we should know whether it's going to be the blue dancer. What? Oh, right. Oh, okay. And then we need to know the current player again. All right. So let's do. So that's in there both times. So let's do that as current player color. And we'll have that as private color player color. And we'll just do it as that. And then down here, where we've got the big red, we'll put that in there. And run it like so. Okay, so now we got our blue color there. So we're gonna roll the dice, and we got a 3, so we can then move this character on 3. So now it's red's turn. So now we can see who's getting what. And we're back to blue's turn, so that's a 3. And then we get red. So that's a 2, so they can't move there. So he would then move back to there. So that's as we've got our colors now. We should make them a little bit more muted than that. So let's have 2 fields up here. So let's have serialized field, red color, and we'll have that as blue color. Okay. And so instead of that, and we'll have that as blue. And then inside our game manager, we'll go back to the script here, and then we'll choose sort of nicer colors than the sort of bright red and the bright blue. So the red color is going to be obviously full alpha, and it's got a blue color, and yeah, that's kind of nice, that kind of muted color there. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing for the red. And we'll have that as a kind of muted red color as well. Rather than the sort of bright blues and bright reds, we'll just have them as those kind of muted colors. So just make sure that's okay. There we go. Well, that's not quite true, is it? So I've managed to mix them up, haven't I? So the red color is actually this one here, and the blue one is that one. So let me swap them out briefly. So the red color is going to be that one there. So that should be less confusing now. So we get red versus blue rather than red blue versus blue red. Right, and let's see, we got, okay, so we got blue. So click on that, and then we'll do 3. So we still need to change the color of that dice roll there as well. But at least we know which ones are which. All right, cool. So when we're selecting, we want to be able to select the right. We want to be able to show the player. Sorry, we want to be able to show the player where that selection is going to land the dancer. So when we roll this here, we have 4, but we've allowed them to select every single one of these blue dancers. Now, every single one of these blue dancers can't actually go, because you have to choose this one here. Like there's no other choice for you. So we're going to have to restrict that somehow. But luckily, these well, actually, that's a good point, actually, because that's a little bit of a wrinkle in there as well, because when we want to basically force them to only be able to select one of these ones, but for the other ones we want to show that they can't actually move to anywhere else. Maybe that's, yeah. Okay, let's just leave that rule for just now, as in when you highlight it, it'll show you where you can go, but it'll also show you that you can't go there. So we'll choose this one here, and then that'll move there. Obviously, that should disappear, though, after you've made the selection, and it's not doing that. So we'll fix that. But yeah, you can see that you'd have to basically 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to like count out where you're gonna go. Whereas this would be good to sort of see where you're going. So we have our selection cursor, which if I move into 3D, our selection cursor, which is down here, which is just that selection cursor there. There's also another cursor as well. So there's a selector here and there's the target one. The target I'm going to drag and drop into here, and then I'm going to put this at 0, 0 as well. Oh, it's already 0, 0. I think the target has, if I open this up, selection A has that material there. Yeah, okay, and this material has got, okay, so we can change the color of that target one, which is good. Okay, perfect. So we need to know where the object's going to go. So we have our selection cursor here, which is controlled by the selection manager. Okay. I think we also need to do the cursor in here, where the target is going to be, but I'm wondering if that actually works in here. So for this one, we're raycasting on there, and if we hit a path block, then that's the one that we want to show, but we don't actually want to show that. I don't think we want the cursor in there because I think, where are we? Selection cursor. Okay, so that's setting that to be there. So it's setting that to be the position there. Maybe we do want to set it there. Ooh, choices. Actually, because the problem is though that the game manager is going to figure this out here. So let's have this as private name object target cursor. So that's going to be our target cursor. Gimlin. And then our target cursor inside our game manager is going to be that there. So we're going to set that to there. And now when we select something, so we check to see if it's valid, move to answer, choose next state. So that's block selected. So this is this checks to see if it's valid, doesn't it? I think that's how it works, isn't it? Yeah, it is valid. Yeah. So it sets the validity of that by going into isSelectionValid. So now what we want to do is we want to see we want to set the selection cursor to be somewhere else, and if it's not valid, then we want to hide it. So we want to say target cursor.set active false, and then similarly for this one we also want to set that to be false as well. So both of these are true, so we want to say or this or that, return it to be true. So that's got to be they both have to be true. Otherwise, what we want to do is we want to find. So the current block is that. So we want to then take the current block and then add the number of rows to it. So this is our target again. So we need our target position, which is going to be grid blocks, new square. Okay, so that is going to be right. So this is our index is that. So we'll take our index here. If current block is not equal to null, because we want to make sure that's not null, and then our new index is going to be index plus, and then it's going to be dice last roll. So it's whatever is going to be the last roll, and then the target block is going to be that, and then inside our selection manager we are going to have I'm going to cheat. I'm going to copy all of this, and I'm going to say so this is going to be our transform parent. So our selection cursor, which is actually our target cursor, is that, and then our transform is actually the current block dot transform dot position. Oops. Okay. Set parent is that, and then target cursor dot set active true. Actually, it's going to be found. Okay. Right, let's walk through this again. So we're going to take the current block, which is the found block, and then we're going to grab the name from that, and then the name has got the index into it. So then we're going to take the index and add the dice roll, and that's going to give us our new square name. And then we're going to find that square block, and then we're going to add the cursor to it. But we also need to know if it's valid as well. So we need to add some game logic in there as well, to make sure that we've got the right thing. So we do for. Well, that didn't work. Well, it's just going to the same place, isn't it? So let me just set a breakpoint here. So we want to check to see if it's valid state. Current block is square block, last block is that. Index is 0. So index is not 0. Index is 13. 13 plus last roll is square name. Square 16. So there's square 16. So target cursor local position is 0. So 0 that out. And then transform the position. But it's not that, it is the new block. That's why. Okay. So it's going to be target block, isn't it? So target block position. Okay. Right. So let's run that again. So roll the dice. 1. There we go. So now we know that it is going to 1, so it's going to go to 1 there. Okay, let's roll, and then 2, so that's going to go to 2, that's going to go to 2, that's going to go to 2, and so on. So we can see where that's going to move to, which is perfect. Okay, so now our red one is going to be 6, so you can see that these red ones are going to move out to these various positions. So you can at least see where, like, you're going to be able to take over this one here, this character here, and yeah, that's good actually. Okay, I'm wondering if we need to have like well, no, I think we do need to have a bad one, because if I have this one here, then that's not a valid move, because this one here is going to land on the red one is going to land on the other red one, which is not a valid move. And similarly for this one here is going to land on the red one as well. So we can't have those values, we can't have those moves. So we're going to have to check some things. So we still want to show it, but we also want to change the color of it. So I'm going to have to add another couple of things here as well. So inside our game manager, beside our red color and blue color, let's header dice roll colors, header, and then this is going to be target cursor colors. Private color, bad color. Yeah, it's called bad selection. It's fine. And then I'm going to pinch the color that I've got for green, because it's quite a nice green color. So I'm going to go into our target, and our target is actually this one here. Oh yeah, it's inside the materials, isn't it? This one here. So I'll grab that, which is this color here. Okay. And then in our game manager, our good selection will be this color. There we go. Okay. And then our bad selection will be the same color, but it will be on a red palette. Okay. And maybe we can like come up with a color scheme later on, because that red's not quite the same as this red and so on. So not to worry about that. So what we need to do is check some things. So I'm gonna have to write down the logic of this. So return found is gonna be that, but also is a valid move as well. So we need to say found equals and I don't know what is valid move is going to, well, is valid move is going to take in current block, target block, which is outside of there. And then but then I also need to, well, actually if found is false at that point, we want to then set the color of the cursor. So we want to do target cursor dot get component mesh renderer material dot color equals found selection good. Is it good selection? Bad selection. Okay. Okay, and then is valid move. Move. And then this is going to be game object. Start. End. Okay. So we got our start and our end. So if the start has a particular color dancer and the end is a particular color dancer, then that's an invalid option. So do we have an easy way to get that? I don't know if we do. Dancer, where's dancer? Find current player to string. Oh right, okay, there you go. Dancer, okay. Dancer current dancer target equals end start oh, it's a transform. Okay. Okay, so if current dancer target return false. Okay. So hopefully we can get something from this. Oh, that's a transform as well. Well, that's just silly. Why did I not read my code? Okay. Which makes sense because everything else is transforms. I don't really have game objects here unless I'm using prefabs, I think. Anyway. Alright, let's see if we can get this to show up the target. Alright. So let's roll. So we get 6. Oh dear. There's no mesh renderer attached to target. Oh, because, right, okay. Yeah, okay. Dot transform find get component in children. Is it get component in children? There we go. Okay. I mean, ideally we should actually make that a prefab that has a script on it, that has an accessor to it, and so on and so forth and whatnot. But not gonna. Okay. So we roll it and we get 2. So there we go to go to 2. But if you choose that, see, that's not right. So that should choose the wrong ones. So if I is valid move. So if I select this, and then go into here. So the start one is square 3, start end one is square 5. So dancer current is blue. Ah, right, okay, so it's the name, sorry. And that's blue as well. Okay, that's a rookie mistake. We should definitely make this easier on ourselves, but whatever. And then that's going to be dot name dot name. Okay. And then we'll run it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it doesn't like that for. What is it not like there? Line 88. Oh, okay. Right. Alright, so it doesn't like that. Do I want to do all these things inside here? I think what I want to do is I want to get the name of the block inside there. So I'm going to do a wee bit of refactoring just now. So we've got that. Where's the dancer? Dancer's got from here, which is current block flying player to string. Okay. And current block is a transform. Alright, so I'm going to take this out here and I'm going to say private string get dancer at transform t. Transform. So I'm going to try and find the transform there. If transform equals null, some empty string, otherwise return transform.name. Okay, so that's going to be get. Where's the dancer? Okay, find current player. Oh, it is searching for that. Okay. And then it'll be string dancer name. Okay, so that's dancer name there. Alright, so then we do get dancer at current block, comma, that. Okay. Oh, but I need to know the dancer. Oh, well, that's broken that, isn't it? Okay. Well, that can still be that. I can just undo that. That's fine. Alright, okay, so that can stay where it is. But I still need get dancer at. So I'm going to do get dancer at, and then it's going to be string, start, comma that, and right. Hopefully, I'm not confusing everybody, but that should work now. Okay. All right, let's roll. Okay, so that's saying 3, but I'm not seeing the other selection, which is not good. And also it's red as well, which is also not good. So that thing is not a valid move, but okay, so if I've got this one here, and I set the breakpoint here, when I run this, we should have a valid selection to start with. So this should be a valid selection. Is a valid move. Dancer at square 9, and then the end is square 15. Okay, so current dancer is blue, dancer target. Oh, that's why. Why am I? Why? Why? Sometimes it's the obvious mistakes that will get you. I hope I've not made any other stupid mistakes. Okay, right, let's try this. So 3, all right, okay, we're back to here now. So if I do that, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, so let's do 3 here, and then we get red 6. So if I do 6 there, then that's bad, because that would jump onto that player there. That's bad, but that's good. And you can see the selection. Okay. I think that's okay, but we do want to hide the selection. I think the problem is we need to hide the selection, or show it or something. It's not quite, from a UI perspective or a user experience perspective, it's not quite what it should be, but we can work on that. My concern is this video is getting a wee bit longer than I was hoping. Okay. Alright, let's move this one first of all. So then we roll this one here. So this one can go to here, this one can go to here, this one can go to here, and then this one can go to here. These are all valid moves. Alright, so it's my turn, so I can go to 2. So I can't go to 2 here. And I can't go to 2 here, but I should be able to go to 2 here, which is right. And I should be able to go to 2 here, which is also right. So that's good. So the logic for that is fine, but I do want it so that when I have this highlighted, I know which one is going to where. That would be nice. So I think the problem is inside our selection valid, we have our target cursor set to false. If the game state disallows selection. And that is place dancers or that. So it's not that. So why is the target selection, the target cursor? It's got to be inside the selection manager, isn't it? Path block is selection valid. Oh, right. Okay. That's why. So it's not showing. So inside the selection is valid. It's returning false because the selection isn't actually valid. But I still want to show. I still want to show the cursor. That's a bit tricky, isn't it? So is selection valid? do is I'm going to create another enum inside here. And I'm going to call it selection enum. Oh, it's not called that. It's just called selection, isn't it? Selection. What would this be? Yeah, selection mode. Let's call it selection mode. Selection mode. Yep. Let's rename it. Okay. Oh, it's gone blank. Why has it gone blank? And then invalid. So we'll make it invalid. Invalid. Cursor visible. And then valid. Okay. So our selection manager, instead of taking this boolean, we're going to give it selection mode. I make these a public. I may as well make this public then as well. It's public to our game, who cares? And then inside here, we're going to change that to selection mode dot valid, because that's going to be the default value. And then inside here, we're going to say bar selection mode equals that. And then here we're going to say if invalid return, because we want to, oh sorry, not equal to valid. And then we also want to say if selection mode equals invalid return. So it's invalid if you can't make that selection. It's invalid but show it anyway, and we'll do this bit here. And if it's not equal to valid, then you can't see anything there. So only if it's valid do you see everything here. And then inside our game state, no, selection mode, no, game manager, that's the one. We should have a big X here. There we go. Is selection valid? And then we'll change that to selection mode. Okay. So if we're not allowing the selection, then we want to say selection mode invalid, because we don't want to be able to show it at all. And then this one here, we want to say if it's a valid move, if it isn't a valid move, is equal to null. And then we do selection mode dot valid cursor visible. Okay. Invalid. Okay. And then we want to say if it's an is valid move. Target cursor equals what's found here? Found is Boolean. Okay, so it's found. I'll make it that. Okay, sorry. Right, and then that's fine. Select that to be 2. And then if it's not a valid move, we want to return in cursor visible. Otherwise, we want to see if it's found valid, invalid. Oh dear. Is that right? Yeah. So we'll get cursor visible or it's invalid. Okay. So now when we press this, or now when we hover over, we should get valid and invalid. We're not getting valid though. So 4. Yeah, see that's not right. Is valid move. So we need to see is valid move equals good selection. Else bad selection. Okay. I think that works. So if it's a valid move, all we're doing is we're saying the color is green. The color's green, good to go. Otherwise, we're saying the selection is visible, but we're not selecting anything. The cursor is visible, but we can't select anything. Right, so we roll. Okay, so that's 3, 3. All right, there we go. So we get 3, 3, 3. These are fine. Okay. All right, so we roll this. So that's a 4. So these are even numbers. So we're still not seeing that there. Oh no, there it is there. Well, that's a bit annoying. Why is that not showing up? Is it because it was? Yes, he's gone again. Oh, because it's getting set to being invalid. That's why. So if we come off of there, first of all, we should be removing that from there. But it's not until it's valid does it actually come back in again. So we have a selection manager here. So select active. Cursor is visible is true. Selection cursor is visible is true. Oh, wait. Oh, right. Okay, hold on a sec. That's getting returned, isn't it? So we need to say if it equals that, and that. Okay. So if the selection mode is valid and I've hit the button down, then we do this. Otherwise, the selection visibility mode thingy is this down here. Okay. And it defaults to false. Okay. Alright, let's see if this works. So we got a 6. So that's right now. So we come off it. Okay, and it's back on again. So we just need to figure out how to get this one to disappear when we do that. And I got a funny feeling that it's going to be tied in with the selection manager talking back to there, but of course we don't have that functionality yet. But the nice thing though is we can see that we can't make these selections, which is perfect. So again, so this next one I'm going to go to will be red. That'll be red as well. Okay, perfect. All right. So what was the next thing I was going to do? What was the thing I was going to do there? I've just completely forgotten it. One last thing. It's gone off the top of my head. Oh yeah, that was it. Selection. Okay. So when we don't have anything selected, if the raycast hasn't been hit, if we haven't hit that path block, then we want to not show anything. So we have block selected when we have a block selected, but we don't have one when we don't have a block selected. I'm wondering how we can do that. I think that's probably time for another video, to be honest. Let's leave it there. This video's been long enough. Thank you so much for watching. If you like, hit the like button and share on social media. It really helps the channel out. And if you want timely reminders when I put a new video up, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell, and you'll get timely reminders of when the next video goes up. But until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.